One of Them Days, starring Keke Palmer and SZA in her debut acting role. Pretty good movie, actually. I went to the theaters to see this, as it's not obviously out anywhere else yet, so no physical copy yet, but I'll probably pick one up. It's a funny movie. We follow Keke Palmer as she tries to become a franchise owner or operator, manager, something of that sort, in a diner that she works at. You see her kind of go through her day-to-day life and all the struggles that come with that. So she lives with SZA's character, Alyssa, who is, the kind of bumbling idiot of a friend, and SZA's playing this role actually really well. I was kind of surprised that obviously this is her first acting role, so I didn't know what to really expect from her, but she's doing a good job. She's actually kind of funny, and Keke Palmer is a great actress, so it's good that, it's pretty good that SZA is kind of holding her own in this movie, opposite Keke Palmer here. So the plot basically revolves around Alyssa not paying the rent. Keke Palmer's character, Drew, gave Alyssa the money to pay for the rent. Their landlord is very strict on it and is going to kick them out on the first if the rent is not paid. No legal services, no, eviction notice, nothing like that. You don't pay your rent on the first, you're out. Anyone who rents knows that, well, technically you have renter's protections. Good fucking luck. Alyssa informs her that, yes, she did pay the rent, except she didn't. She gave the money to her boyfriend, who is kind of a bigger idiot, played by Joshua Neal. Keyshawn is like the lazy boyfriend. He's not doing anything. He has no job. He's constantly referred to as homeless outside of living with Alyssa and Drew, and he's got like shoes all over the place of the house, which is honestly kind of funny. As someone who collects shoes, I take good care of mine. Mine are all nicely put away. Anyway, it's pretty fun to see him, and it's very clear why she's with this man. Even if I could find a picture, I don't think I could show that picture. She gives him the money for the rent, and he's supposed to pay it. He runs away. They chase after him, and this is pretty much the plot of the entire movie, at least for the first, 2/3. They are now trying to get their rent money back from him. They find out that he is cheating on Alyssa with Bernice, who is the neighborhood bully of adults, and they break into her house to try to get him. He finds out he spent all the money on a t-shirt company. Pretty sure it's Gucci, like Gucci, like a Gucci logo, but with a C. Anyway, he's such an idiot. So now they are just out of the money. Regardless of anything else going on, they no longer have the money to pay their rent, and they have until 6 p.m. to pay their rent, or they're going to get kicked out. So they spend the next, 45 minutes or so of the movie trying to make the money. They donate blood, which ends hysterically. We also get a nice role for Janelle James here as the nurse who takes the blood. She's the principal from Abbott Elementary, if you're unaware. She's hilarious. She's great. And she does a really good job of this. This is kind of cutting to the end of the movie, but they show a little wrap-up of what everyone does. And they just show a list of jobs that she has, because she just fails at all of them. And then she goes back to being a stripper, and it's kind of funny. It's funny. So they try to donate blood. That doesn't work out because Drew tries to donate too much blood and starts, turning white and passing out. And when trying to take the blood needle out, blood squirts everywhere. They destroy the blood bags. No blood, no money. They get the free vouchers, though, for some, I think it's pie. I forget. Pretty sure it's pie. Anyway, they try to go to a payday office, which has 1,000% interest. And this is where we meet Cat Williams' character, Lucky, who just starts yelling about don't do it. It's a bad idea. And firstly, payday loans, terrible idea. I get it. Sometimes you need them, but they're not good. They are incredibly predatory, and this whole scene is just making fun of how predatory they are. The lady in the payday loan office is hysterical. Drew's credit score is 112. It's great. Fantastic credit, by the way. I think I got those backwards, actually. I think it's the credit place first, and then... Anyway, they try to go... So at this point, they go to get their pie, and pies get stolen. Someone comes out and just, steals it from them and just snatches it right through the drive-thru. So now they got nothing out of this. She donated all this blood. She got nothing. But this is where we run into Maniac, who is kind of a flirtatious guy. We've seen him prior in the movie, although in a small scene at the beginning. He's very flirtatious with Drew. She knows him as the kid who went to juvie, sort of a criminal, but we don't really know what he does. And also his name's, they call him Maniac. Like, why would you assume he's a good guy, right? We find out that Maniac is a firefighter. Obviously, cool, good guy. Everything works out. That's just a rough version of the plot. We don't really need to spend too much time on it. Overall, the movie is great. The movie is very funny. Keke Palmer is obviously amazing at this. This is what she does. But honestly, SZA wasn't bad either. And most of the cast is doing a pretty good job. Scrolling through the Wikipedia for this, outside of like the main like handful of characters, obviously Keke Palmer and SZA, but Cat Williams and Maud Apatow, they're the only ones with Wikipedia pages, really. I guess technically Janelle James has a Wikipedia page too, but she's not a really big character. Most of the cast is like a bunch of relative unknowns, and they're all doing a pretty good job. Like, everyone's funny in this movie, everyone's doing pretty well. I really recommend going to see this in theaters. You can wait for it to be on streaming or something. I don't know when that would be, but this is the kind of movie that people, I feel like, are asking for all the time, and then no one ever wants to go see them when they come out. Like, it's an original movie, it's not like a franchise, it's not a big thing, and it's just a low-stakes comedy. Like, it doesn't need to be, some, like, wacky adventure, some zany thing. It's just a funny movie about a normal situation. Like, obviously, there's some, gravitas to, like, oh, they're gonna get killed, or they're running around looking for, money. They steal shoes, and, the blood goes everywhere, and they go to donate blood. There's obviously some level of, nonsense going on. But at a base level, it's just about two girls trying to pay rent, and it's fun. It's a fun movie. I really recommend going to see it. I watched it in theaters. I thought it was great. I'd recommend you go do the same. Movies like this need to be more successful in theaters if we want to see theaters make a comeback, which I very much do, but also if we want to see them be as good as they could be. But also if you want to see these non-franchise, not major property movies get made more, especially comedy, something that's been really struggling lately, this is the time to do it. You want those kind of movies, the early 2000 movies that everyone claims they miss. This is it. This is that kind of movie. Go support it. It's really good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.